My name is Daniel Abebe. My position at the ministry is curriculum designer and developer, performer there.
My name is Tlaun Toshoma. I came from Ministry of Education, from the Department of Special Support and Inclusive Education, and I'm expert in that department in special needs education.
How many days have you participated in this training?
Just since Monday, I have been just participating on this. It is almost for 6 or 7 days.
I am also participating in this workshop from May 3 to May 15 for the next Friday, I think so.
How do you see the training fitting into your work?
Really, just first, I would like to say that the training is very interesting, and really I was very much impressed from the onset of the training, that because it is this thinking school map helps just especially to promote this active learning, what we are doing in the schools to shift that. Actually, it has been started long time before to shift that teacher center to the student center or to active learning. So this training just empowered me that to have a more knowledge how to practice this active learning in a school using these techniques, this mapping, thinking school mapping techniques. It enables to just to promote what we have been doing in the government school.
For me, it's the first time to invite me in this kind of workshop. From the context of this Ministry of Education, it's the first time to participate such kind of training as a grassroots level to this, especially for KG schools. And we are also appreciate this training, because if it is held for a private school, it must be extended to the governmental school from this organizers. We accept it, and we will also arrange such kind of things for the governmental school when there is an invitation came from this foundation. And this thinking map is helpful for this governmental school especially, because this thinking map starts from the KG to higher education. Therefore, the higher education, the high schools, and middle level education is helpful to work with this thinking map. Therefore, it must be shared with the governmental schools, and that will be helpful for our government schools from the Ministry of Education views. That's helpful.
You see that this is applicable across all disciplines and all grade levels.
Yeah, certainly, because this thinking process is a day-to-day activity with each individual. Therefore, if it is applied in a governmental school, the people who are there, came from the different background will be learn more. Even if this is in the future, our government set these densely populated schools will be minimized. School size, the classroom size will be minimized, and therefore we apply this thinking map in that of context of the schools.
Your specialty is special needs. Right? Could you speak a little bit about how you see this applying to special needs students specifically?
Yeah. When we take these special schools in our school in Ethiopia, they have to do such kind of things with a group, with pairs. And this thinking map will be applied especially in the context of these special needs students. Therefore, they need such kind of training, practice this training, this practice is day-to-day activities of these special needs schools, especially in the special school, special classes. They are applying this kind of things. Let's take one example. In Minilik Primary School and Kokobatsba School for Intellectual Disabilities, they have done this kind of things daily. Therefore, if such kind of training will be held for these teachers, it will be helpful for those of teachers who came from the special schools of special needs education.
So how do we take it to the next level? You're here part of this training for the last 6 days. How do we structure training for the teachers in government schools? They will be equally successful, I would believe.
Yeah.
Where should the trainings happen? Do they happen in a place like where we're presently at, where we can practice in classrooms? Should they concurrently happen at some government schools? How do you see this expanding?
If there is model school for such kind of things, we will apply at the center of the town. If that workshop will be held, let's say in most of the special needs education are found in Arada Kulakatam, Arada sub-city. Therefore, if such kind of training will be held in that area, for those of special needs education schools nearby the Arada Kulakatama, that will be helpful for those of teachers. Therefore, we need such kind of training for those of schools.
Now, we did something in the past 5 days with action research. We introduced the idea of action research happening here, funding action research grants. Could you see teachers applying it in the government schools so they too are involved with action research grants?
Yeah.
So they're building a body of research here in Ethiopia.
Yeah, action research is a practice of each and every school in Ethiopia. The government facilitated this action research and give such kind of training for those of teachers. And if such kind of action research on this thinking maps will be held, additionally, they will learn a lot because the government set different workshop on action research in each and every schools as a grassroots level. And additionally, if this thinking map workshop on the title of action plan will be more effective for those of students, teachers in the school compound. Therefore, this will be important for those of governmental schools, not only for this, private schools, but it must be spread throughout this governmental school.
Which I agree with completely. My goal from the beginning, my children go to government school.
Yes.
My children will always go to government school probably.
Yeah. Nowadays, this classroom size becomes minimized. Previously, in one class, we find 80 students and more than. But nowadays, it is minimized because of the government built different schools in different areas of the country. And the classroom size becomes more and more minimized. Nowadays, that will be less than 50 students will be found in each and every schools.
So how do we take it to that next step? So we're here to say we come back later this summer. How do we organize sessions, workshops, like we've done here, same kind of hands-on, and we really are learning from each other. What's our next step to organize that so we have more attendance from government schools?
Yeah, that must be, organized during working days, not in the summer, because most of the teachers during summer, they are in the higher education training. Therefore, if it is prepared or organized during the working hours or days of the, the year or the school,
weekdays.
Weekdays.
Is that the best time?
Yeah, the best time.
So how do we build this? That's my question, I guess. I have visions.
Yeah.
You're here. How do we build this to a grander scale so we actually affect students more?
Yes, this foundation must be contact with the Addis Ababa city administration or with the Ministry of Education to arrange such kind of things, which is helpful for those of teachers and students in schools. This must be, the foundation must contact with that of Ministry of Education as well as Addis Ababa city administration, or in the regions with regional educational bureau heads. That is good to contact with them.
And really, even without the camera, it really is the step. How do we take it to the next step where we put together 60 really talented teachers that are in these government schools, and then they become the leaders? That's the goal. You get enough training, if you really understand it, they become the trainers. And then those trainers teach more trainers. It's not about us training, it's about getting the trainers here.
Yeah, it's like this. If you train TOT, for those of the teachers which are selected from high school, from elementary school, all levels, for trainer of trainees, that in such condition will train more teachers. First, we must arrange the trainers of trainees like this for the governmental school. That must be included, the governmental school, not only for this private school.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
right. What's interesting is our personal goal is actually more the government schools. It's just that this was how we were introduced to be here. But how do we now grow it there? And so everybody's working together. Absolutely. Any other thoughts?
Thank you.
Just as my colleague said before, this training is very important, and if it is just practiced at all levels in a government school, that is across the grades and in all subjects, it is not only for lower grades, even at tertiary level, it is applicable. It is very nice, a good approach to teach different subjects. But the problem, what I guess we will face just while we are just duplicating this technique is that most of the time that when a new thing is introduced, when something new is introduced, you always face that change resistant. You know, this is one of the major what I feel that on my just what comes always in my mind that while I was participating on this training, especially teachers in a government school, you know, there is a gap between teachers who are teaching in a government and that of private school. Private school teachers they are well paid. So if whatever just you teach them, whatever you train them, they are very much curious to implement that. Whereas in a government school, just comparing with that of private schools, they are not well paid. Always they raise a question that, you know, just they are paid, not just as such, the payment is not satisfactory. They always associate something when you put something new and to practice that in a classroom, they question this. Are you going to pay additional payment for me or something like that? But the main thing is that what I suggest is that it is better to just select a model school in different regions and train that model school, this thinking school approach or techniques, and just through time, these techniques might just duplicate to all schools in the country. This is what I wanted to add on what has been said.
I have a paper over there, if I showed it to you, where we have visualized it out. It shows leading to trainers, and one of the key elements is model schools.
Yeah.
Because if you have schools that are successful, and people are coaching each other, and they're using inquiry techniques, they have the visual tools, it will change the school. And other people will be curious and be interested.
To me, let's start with the special schools. Yeah, You are from special needs education professionals.